ABC of Home Improvement is here today to have a talk show, have people call in and understand that whatever questions come up, we'll be happy to work with them. Lee's an architect. I'm a kitchen cabinet supplier. And Earl, what are you doing, Earl?
Well, a little bit of everything and master of none.
So we're going to let that go and just keep them in mind throughout the show as we have been. And if you folks have something to say, please give us a call. And
feel free to give us a call, really.
Okay, Mike, so let's say you're buying a new home that's already been constructed and you're moving in, which a lot of people do, and the basements aren't finished and so forth. And we want to discuss maybe a little bit on the refinishing or finishing of a basement on a brand new home that the builder normally...
Most of them just come into a concrete basement.
Right, that's it.
There's nothing there but a couple of vertical pipes holding up the house. There's usually a hot water heater. There's usually a furnace.
Hopefully not leaking like the gentleman who...
I would hope not with a new house. At least be 15, 20 years before that happens. But with all that in mind, you have to come up with an idea. What do you want to use the space for? Right. Having an idea with the kids' ages. You may want to set up an office downstairs. People are working in their homes now a lot. You might want to have additional recreational facilities for the kids. You have to come up with what your needs are, primarily what you want to use the space for. You might not know how to lay it out, and that's something a professional can definitely help you with. But the concept is that you need additional space as long as it's available within the confines of the building.
Right. Now, this is an economical build. This is space that's already, in the ground, completed. There's no external work that needs to be done. You have the utilities and services right there for a heating loop. If you need, most of the times, a builder will put in a future stub down there in the slab for a bathroom. So the question is, what do you need down there? Basement areas? Do you need bathrooms? Do you need bedrooms? Do you
need
many
options.
Media rooms, ping pong table rooms, so on and so forth. We've seen the gambit, Mike. You
can split it in half. You can make 3 sections, 4 sections. It becomes down to the needs of the individual again.
Right. So the question is then these types of jobs. Again, you get involved with these types of jobs, Mike. What is the average cost, let's say, per square foot if somebody's thinking about doing a basement addition? Say without the finished flooring. Just
what was this? We talked about this the other day. Just doing a basic electrical, putting the studs and the walls up. What did we figure that to?
Like $26 to $27 a square foot.
26 to 28 was
without flooring. So if you have 1,000 square foot worth of basement there, and you're not putting in a bathroom, this is just now, just finishing it off. No egress window either. A lot of times now, this is another issue that you have to watch for, and again, this comes up to the code requirements and so forth. If it is going to be a habitable space and you're going to be using that basement in some fashion for living, there needs to be a means of egress that has to be provided.
Let's explain what we're talking about, because you and I understand this. Okay. Living space is somewhere where you're anticipating a bedroom. If you're planning on living downstairs, as far as a teenager becoming of age, you want to give them a separate space, or an in-law moving in, or someone going to be living in that space as a real entity.
Stick them down in the basement.
That's what
that's
usually
right,
happens.
Earl. There you go.
Earl knows about that.
That's what he do.
Well, you put them down in the basement, then it costs you a little more than the $27 a square foot.
Where Mike's going is the local codes and the laws tell you, they got to be able to get out,
right?
In case something happens.
Second egress to the building. That's all it's about.
Okay, so
and that now adds, there's numbers involved. There's a special unit that's made by Bilco. We'll throw the name out there, and it is an egress window. It's a prefabricated unit, and those run anywhere between $5,000 and $7,000, depending on the Anderson window or the Pella window.
And those are legal.
And those are legitimate, and that adds again. If you're looking at that 1,000 square foot basement that you're going to finish for about $27,000, now at the $5,000 or $6,000 added for the egress window, you're at a $30,000 to $32,000 project.
You got to remember something. There's a right way and a wrong way of doing everything, and the right way is to have a second egress out of the building.
Correct.
It's like insurance, and I don't like to bring that up too often. Insurance, but you got to have a second source every time it does come up. It's just playing it safe. That's all it's about.
And again, if you complete this basement project and later on you go to sell your house or you go to refinance it,
and it's not the right way done,
and it hasn't been done correctly, now you're going to run into a problem where you have to do work after you've completed work, and now that means double the cost, delays, economic damage. So you want to be able to think this project through and look at the long-term use of that space and make the appropriate decisions.
I always like looking at the overall project and making the decision. I might not use all of it right now, but I might need half of it or a quarter of that basement. But if I know what I want to do with the basement, I can then schedule it the way it works best for me.
Well, Mike, let's get back to that. We're going to take a break here at the WABCs of Home Improvements, and give us a shout at 651-1110.